So next we have Mikado, who's using Gold Paladins. Good to know for what I wanted for if I have to go in. And he's going up against Iffy, who's using Invisible Clan. Yes, it's double mulligan. So the Invisible Clan, it's it's pretty high in the meta here in card fight area. I mean, a lot of people use it. And we're just gonna have to see how Gold Paladins how they keep up. So we start off with Din Drain, meaning that this deck is got a heavy emphasis on superior calls. The starter implies that it might be Gurgwit, but who knows? And by the first card played, we know that this is Silverthorn. No one uses Silverthorn anymore, actually. Ever since Harry became a thing, people just use that. The update will see Silverthorns getting a new critical trigger that will actually be very helpful to them. Number one, because it means that they can run more than 4 critical triggers and still all be Silverthorns. Very helpful for things like Venus Luquier. Not only that, but that is a 10k vanilla. Also the grade 3s, and there's a Gurgwit. So at least we don't have to deal with misrides. Probably didn't have to in the first place, otherwise Mikado probably would have done another mulligan, but still. Speaking of things that people have to do, he has to do a G-assist. From what I saw, he only put back like 1 card for the second mulligan, and then drew. So this is his fault. Unless I'm lagging and just didn't see how many cards he put back, in which case that's very possible. Because I seem to be lagging right now. Don't know why. I don't have my web browser open.
Your internet is crap.
My internet's been crap for a while. You know what? It's a Comcast thing. I can't even say anything about it.
Like my college internet's alright, but since there's like 400 kids here all using it at the same time, it's crap.
I was gonna say if he's smart, he'll use the starter skill, put units into the soul, then call the Anna behind Vanguard, and then attack for 16k. And then if it hits, something comes out of the soul. And there's a Zelma in there right now. So yeah, if this works, we're gonna see a Zelma come out for a 16 to 18k attack. And Mikado's letting it hit. Which isn't a bad idea, if only because what you'd have to do in order to guard it. Because if he had 1 pass, that would have hit. And now we have 18 to the Vanguard. And Mikado guards. So considering that you've dealt with my Gurgwit deck, aka 1/man, what would you say that you're expecting to see from this? Well, I'll tell you what I don't expect to see, this shit. And by this shit, I specifically mean you usually don't call that many units to the front row for Gurgwit because he allows you to hold on to your hand and your resource for a reason. You have no reason to overextend early on.
Yeah.
Did he crit to Vanguard so that he wouldn't get his opponent at limit break? In a way, that's smart, but also keep in mind that Silverthorns do in fact have a limit remover. So now we have the Mystic Lucriere. Who is unfortunately nothing like Mystic Gohan. So she's not gonna end this. So she won't end this fight in a single punch.
Well, the rest of this team battle is gonna be interesting.
2 criticals just went into the soul. I think it's important to understand that just happened.
That sounds about right.
That should also be 6K, but that's a different issue. Mikado no guards with no fear because, for one, he probably doesn't have a choice. For two criticals just went into the soul. So instead, Lucriere gets all of the heal trigger. All of it. So the damage is 2 to 4. That's the bad news. The good news is, for all intents and purposes, Mikado should have the ability to deal with this. Because now we stride and we go into... If it was me, I'd go into Blizza now just because of damage difference. But he's going into Scourge Point Dragon. Thanks to Scourge Point Dragon, Gurgwit has one of the best first stride turns in the game. That's a stand trigger. So now I know what the kind of deck this is. The stand trigger is honestly a really good unit. The only reason I don't use it is because I don't feel like my deck is built to superior call enough times in one turn to make use out of it. And it also doesn't help that it forces you to do shit like this. Keep in mind that after that attack happens, that unit is going to lose boost power, and as a result, it's not going to hit the Vanguard unless something happens.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. Oh. You just answered my question.
What question?
I was gonna ask if Ringer boosts Powell, and he wanted to use Ringer's skill for the new called unit. Does he lose the boost?
Yes, he loses the boost power lasts for as long as the unit remains on the field. It's basically like a continuous skill. So the moment the unit leaves the field, the boost is gone.
Okay.
Of course, thanks to a trigger, it doesn't matter.
I feel like we've seen the Lion King like 4 different times already.
I mean, we could see the Lion King Azel Stride. So yeah, now we're doing both draw trigger skills, which means that this is only going to be a 14k attack. Iffy already took the attack, probably not even realizing how it was going to turn out.
Yeah, he took it.
And now he's going to be taking this attack unless he really wants to drop 2 10Ks for it, which he could. He has it thanks to last turn. And he's also low on heal triggers because he's been drive checking and damage checking a lot of them. Just from what we've seen in the... Oh, he's out of heal triggers. He's not running out. He is out. A part of me feels like maybe he would have been better doing limit break here and getting some field, but to be fair, if he did that, then he wouldn't be getting a lot of hand because they do need to do certain things in order to even have hand. See, it's things like this that really make me not be able to wait for the Gurgwit support. I really want the Gurgwit support because I want the stand trigger to be better. I want to get more out of doing a lot of superior calls. I don't want to be screwed over by doing so many superior calls in one turn. Because back when I made my deck able to do that, it could do a lot of stupid shit. it could get 54k Blaster Blade Spirit.
I'm not gonna ask how that's possible.
It's very possible. But yeah, I used to be able to do that, and now I had to build the deck so that it can't do that because I want the deck to be stable.
For a second, I thought that top 10 was all triggers.
Top 5, you mean?
I mean, yeah, top 5.
If this was if Spearcross Dragon was top 10, it would be amazing.
Hey, look, Nova too.
Well, Mikado made the most intelligent decision of the superior call options he had at that point. I don't know if I agree with using the starter skill like that, but I mean, the starter skill is something you say for final push. Does he really feel like he can final push in this situation? I don't think he can because, as far as I remember, if he has 2 perfect guards.
And the starter is counterblast 1 if it hits, which is that's the thing.
I think Mikado forgot that Iffy likely has 2 perfect guards. Yeah, he forgot. Then again, he's still in a really good situation to make some things happen here to defend himself for this turn, and then next turn just end it. So it's not like it's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised that if he's running this deck as if set 5 never happened. That surprises me. Can you do that? Oh yeah, it's 2 rear guards, not 2 silver thorns. Okay. But yeah, he's literally running this deck as if set G5 never happened. And to be honest, it kind of shows why set G5 needed to happen, because this is really difficult for Pale Moons right now. Why did Anna go into the soul?
Not sure.
I thought he was gonna Zelma then put Anna into the soul and bring something else out so that it would be, stronger battles to hit the Vanguard with, but it's not like that's needed at this point. And Mikado guarding for no particular reason. And I legitimately do mean he had no reason to guard there.
Maybe he didn't want to prevent another Anna from hitting.
Maybe. But there isn't really a position where that'll mean much, considering he did get a damage trigger. Oh. So this is Mikado's version of going for endgame. He's gonna start by attacking with the Lionette combo for 18k. Then he'll attack with the appeal column and counterblast 1. Or he could just, not do that. Stand trigger. All the effects going to the lion.
The Lion King.
I told you the Lion King is Azel Stride. And Iffy takes the last attack because he knows what's coming after this. Peel would attack. He would counterblast, check his top 3, call a unit. It would gain 5k from Scourge Point, and it would also gain another 5k from Gigantic Ringer. So without getting a damage trigger on the 5th, he really couldn't defend himself against it. Good games. Moving on to the next.